Hello, people that in the house are doing. Today, I kind of look a lot more brighter, I suppose you could say. Just thought I'd mention that because, as you can see, I do look a bit more, I suppose, better looking. I suppose a better word to use. But yeah, thankfully, I make a laugh myself someday, I know. But yeah, today we're talking about the League of Dublin. I'm sure people have seen it was trending on Twitter for a day or two. It was sorry my hole. That was the hashtag going on Twitter, and it was some old clown dumping a mattress into a bog, I think it was, and somebody basically gave him a lot of slag for it, I suppose you could say, which he was right to. But I would just like to say to people, we are blessed to live on an island. We are blessed to have our island, our own island. We don't have a country connecting to us. We don't have like France that's connected to Belgium, Spain, Switzerland. We're blessed to be on an island. We're blessed to have beautiful scenery. We're blessed to have mountains. We're blessed to have rivers. Lakes, lovely places, all in this beautiful landscape. And every lake I go to nowadays, and there's loads of lakes I go to, and I often relax and just chill out by lakes and just watch people fish and boat and do everything like that. You enjoy yourself, nice and peaceful, relaxed, trying to relax. And every lake you go to, every side of the lake, every place you can go fishing, you just see black bags, mattresses, everything under the sun dumped. And it's sad to think that people don't, I suppose, respect the environment. I suppose, we have to live in the environment. These people who dumped this obviously are not from another planet. They don't come from Mars or Venus or Saturn. They're from the local area. They hardly came from Donegal, the dub Little and Cavan. Maybe they did. Maybe they're that big of clowns. They probably did. um, but I don't see the point. There's loads of free things. Like the local authorities in every county have free places we can get rid of electronic items and fridges. Them things. They have them every so often, and it's just sad. It's sad to see the environment go this badly, and that I do a small bit, as I say. Where I say a small bit, I do a decent amount of work trying to keep litter away. So trying to how to put it, how to put it. I do. I suppose I do my bit. I suppose you could say I do my bit to try and help the environment as much as I can. Obviously, doing as much as I can to get rid of much litter as possible, humanly possible, to lift. Which is a good thing. But I say to people who live in areas that are deeply affected by legal dumping, like beside rivers and everything, we're blessed. And I say this to anybody, we're blessed to have beautiful landscape. We're blessed to have loads and loads of beautiful fields, green, lush fields. And it only takes one clown with a fridge to ruin it, Beyonce. So my advice to people is, if you don't have the money to get rid of something, or you just couldn't be bothered to pay, some people are just like that, and I understand. I met 2 or 3 people once who couldn't pay, and they came to us and they were like, we just can't afford to pay to get rid of it. And we were like, no bother, we get rid of it. Because they were honest, they were honest. They came to us and they were like, here's a bag sort. We're 3 weeks behind on our rent, And there was the proof. We didn't need any more, and we sorted it out. We got rid of the stuff. Like the local councils, I'm sure they're not that bad. If you are struggling to get rid of something, if you are in severe debt or anything like that, you bring in a bank certificate saying, look, I have behind in my rent and behind in this. I haven't got anything left in the bank. It's up to you're a citizen of Ireland. The council have to help you if you. Because the way I look at it, it's better than throwing it on the street or better than throwing it into a field or whatever. I know I'm probably rambling on this video, but I really am, I suppose, environmentalist, you could call me. But, it's just cleanliness, to be honest. Like, nobody likes going to any place. I'm sure if you were, like, let's say there was a shop, right? And the shop just had, you walked into the shop and there was literally just papers lying around the whole place and bags just left on the side of the shop, and there was nobody would go into it because it would be unsanitary, I suppose you could say. It's just, it's just respect for the environment. Like, and as I said, we're blessed to be on an island because we have privileges. We have great privileges. We have less to do than other countries, I suppose you could say. So yeah, take your fortune. Just to say to people, if you ever able to lift even one piece of rubbish, I suppose you could say. If you have space in your bin or anything, I'm not asking people to go above and beyond because some people can't. I understand, 100%. But if you see just one can, even like that's you don't understand. That does help a bit. That helps a bit, and everybody has to do a small bit, I suppose you could say, because as I said loads of times when I was growing up, back in the day, um, there wasn't. I walked on loads of roads, side roads, and there wasn't a thing on the road. There wasn't a thing. There wasn't an inch of litter on the road. And now I go down the same roads, were my childhood roads, and you go and see cots lying in the middle of the, nearly in half in the middle of the road. And it brings a tear to the eye just having to see how bad it's gone. Like, these, and I remember walking those streets. They never had any litter at all. Now you go down and that one is full of litter. It's just unbelievable. So yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe for more. And let me know what you think. I think the councils should do, county councils, along with the government, should focus a lot more on, I suppose, straight on fines, I suppose you could say, instead of going through the courts and waiting for 9 years to do anything. So I think the courts should move themselves on. It's just straight away instant fine. Anyway, take a fortune, subscribe more, and bye.